Facts.
Welcome back to Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili.
What was the biggest story of July 2020? What was the biggest story of July 2020? We are officially in the second half of the year. If you joined us when we started last week, we started with January, and today we've moved on to July. What do you think the biggest story for July 2020 was? Without a doubt, without a doubt, it was probably the NDDC story. That drama that developed in the Niger Delta Development Commission. You remember the one, right? So first, we had the clash between Joy Nunye, a former acting MD, and Godswill Akpabio, the Minister of Niger Delta.
For a meeting to plan against him. Water Hyacinth and Distilton. They said that the budget for Water Hyacinth and Distilton was, I think, for about 3 to 5 billion. I'm not sure exactly how much. But that the NDDC, before I came, had overstretched itself to about 50 billion for Water Hyacinth and Distilton. And so the National Assembly had written us, they have it also, they had written us that we should not pay for anything like that. He said, and guess what? Akpabio never signs any documents. He will always refuse to sign, but he will tell you to go and commit the fraud. For instance, he told me to go and raise a memo and give an emergency contract for flood victims. He wanted me to take an oath. He has denied that, but I want to say today, he told me up to 3 times until we had a reconciliation meeting at the villa in the house of Mr. Sadiki Abba, who is the SA to the President on domestics. In that meeting was Alhaji Mekano. He said the only condition that oath, and I will never take the oath from him. So he said he was going to remove me. He started a campaign of calumny against me. He said I did not answer him because the facts will speak for itself. Now, to end this matter about the procurement process, I refuse to go with him to deceive Mr. President at the FEC meeting because the Procurement Act says if I contravene any section of the Procurement Act, it's 5 years imprisonment without an option of fine. So if I go and say they should pay for the process, if you see, they say it's for 2020 budget. Akpabio went to get the approval from FEC. The 2020 budget has not even been discussed by the National Assembly till today. The 2020 budget has not been passed. However, he lied to FEC, which is the greatest embarrassment in this country, for a budget that has not been passed, for an approval to be given for that procurement. I refuse to go.
She was not relieved of her appointment because of corruption. She wasn't relieved of her appointment because
why was she relieved?
Because of the reasons. She was relieved of her appointment because of insubordination. My ministry that should supervise her wrote 7 letters to her. She never responded to one. And then, of course, she said she was bigger than the minister of Niger Delta.
Okay, insubordination.
Insubordination. I have the letter here.
Okay.
And then outside that, the then chief of staff, may he so rest in peace, sent this to me. This was a petition from an anti-corruption agency, insisting that she did not have the requisite qualification to work as an acting managing director of a commission.
Okay, the title of this, if I could read it, if you permit me to do so, a case of non-possession of valid NYSC certificate by Joy Nunye, acting MD of NDDC, an urgent call for redress.
And this is what she submitted as her only qualification on earth. A letter from Council of Legal Education.
Okay.
Just read what is written there, confirmation.
Yes, this is to confirm that Nunye Joy Yimebe was a student of the Nigerian Law School during the 1989 and 1990 academic session.
Go on.
Yes, and she was mobilized for the National Youth Service Corps program for 1989-1990 service year. She has, however, informed us of the loss of her discharge certificate by a letter dated October 23, 2019.
And this is somebody who was supposed to have finished in 1990. And it is in 2019, a few days to our inauguration, that she's informing us through a letter from law school, not through a letter from NYSC. And now she went...
If I can still hold on to this.
You will. Yeah. This is her affidavit. This is a private handwriting, which she applied before the law school for a letter. Look at that.
All right, this is written in longhand.
Yes. So you take your time and go through it.
Yes, I will.
She alleged there that she had missed...
letter of introduction to NYSC.
Yes, that they should give her a letter of introduction from law school to NYSC, that she had lost her NYSC certificates, and this is the affidavit.
Okay, apparently
this is the affidavit. This is the affidavit she swore to.
Okay.
She swore to an affidavit in court that she lost her NYSC certificate in 2002. And by the way, let me just point this out. The last managing director that you mentioned, Joy Nunez, no matter the allegation, I wish that she would maybe go to a hospital, see a doctor, and then get maybe some injection and relax. People cannot be in offices.
Something wrong with her?
I'm not saying there's something wrong with her. I'm saying that there's something wrong with her temperament.
Okay.
Because you don't need to ask me. You can ask about 4 other husbands that she married. So I want to tell you what happened. And then you also need to bring all the former husbands, at least bring 4 of them that she had married in the past, to this studio, so that you ask them questions one after the other, because it looks like a character problem.
Will they have answers to her professional,
they will have answers
to her professional conduct?
They will not professional conduct. That is not an issue. Is she a professional? Let her come and tell you first. But then tell you about her character, because what I'm seeing here is somebody comes up and then stands on television channel, wow, then the whole world. Nigerians love bad news. I'm not that type of person. I'm a minister. Right, and my job is to protect the citizens of this country and protect the administration of Mr. President. I must tell you that even the President Buhari, was not aware of all these things, because I did not want to bother the man. Because he will be shocked. Of course, he may even ask me.
Well, she did say that if she had appended her signature to a document that, she would have...
There is no such thing. The Minister of Niger Delta...
To give me the query, then I would have responded. Why didn't he use a more substantial case of NYSC certificate to remove me? Why? That would have been a more genuine case if he truly believed that was a case against me. He should have used the NYSC, but he could not substantiate his case. All he had was a letter that I wrote longhand. So he couldn't use anything about NYSC against me. So he chose to use one about the letters. The law is that he must have written me, but he didn't write me because he couldn't prove insubordination to me. Why? Because the letters Akpabio wrote me.
Now, that story is another dimension to the clash between Akpabio and Nunez. She's also accusing the minister of sexually harassing her. In fact, she claims that she had to slap the minister to defend herself. Listen for yourself.
Why did he not tell Nigerians what insubordination was about? Why did I stop going to the meeting? He told the Senate committee that I refused to come to meet him to have meetings. Why didn't we hold our meetings at the office? I told Mr. Akpabio that I will not go to any meeting outside his office or my office. The last time before, that week before I left, he came to Port Harcourt. I did not go to the Meridian Hotel to meet him.
Can I ask you?
I went
the reference you just made to slapping the minister. You literally slapped his face.
I'm the only Ogoni woman, the only Nigerian woman that has slapped his face.
Why did you slap him? Why did you slap him?
I slapped him because of his plan B. He thought that he could, since he couldn't get me to take that money, he thought that plan B, if it could come up on me. He didn't know that I'm a Port Harcourt girl. Port Harcourt girls are not moved by money, by somebody telling me that you will pay me a substantive MD. The Port Harcourt girls are...
Can we clarify this? Because we can't gloss over a slap. What is the plan B? He came up on you. What exactly does that mean?
We're having a meeting. Akpabio's meeting with me is either in Apple or at Meridian or whatever. Those are his meetings. I slapped him.
Well, Joy, are you accusing Senator Akpabio of attempted rape? Is that the point you are making? Or sexual harassment?
Harassment sounds better, not rape.
Okay, so you are accusing him expressly of sexual harassment?
Yes, I am accusing him.
Okay.
Joy Nunez there granted an interview to Arise TV. Strong, ugly accusations being flung back and forth there. We brought you that story back in July. If you just joined the show and you're wondering, what am I listening to? Well, one of the biggest stories out of Nigeria from July 2020. While this was going on and the House of Reps decided to step in, they invited Nunez to testify before the House of Reps. But on the day that she was supposed to fly to Abuja, police raided her compound in Port Harcourt. She was posting videos online showing the police refusing to let her leave. And then it got even more dramatic because the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, now showed up, got past the police, brought her out of her house. Gang, gang. And that's how Nunez finally made it to Abuja. But Nunez's matter was just the opening act. The real drama started on the 20th when Akpabio appeared before the House of Reps, along with Professor Pondey, the current NDDC MD. The reps wanted to know how NDDC spent over 80 billion naira in 7 months. And who can forget what happened to Pondey when the reps started grilling him? Who can forget that? Certainly not me.
Operating is the 2019 budget, which, as you know and as we know, ended May 31st, 2020. We are now in July, so you are not expected to be spending money from budget 2019 that has expired. From where are you going to spend this money you said here on oath that you are preparing to pay students who are on scholarship? Are you aware that every expenditure you make from 31st May till date are not
Music drama. Listen.
If you're watching our live feed, you're seeing the MD of NDDC slump. And they're trying to revive him at this point. Someone has his finger in his mouth. And he's just laying there. And yeah, he fainted, quote unquote. And then when that occurred, we went from an MD who couldn't talk to a minister who wasn't allowed to talk. Remember?
That the NDDC plays a vital role in ensuring the peace and security of the region. And 90% or more of the resources of the country on a monthly basis comes from there. If you close it down in totality, all you have will be chaos. And you have a lot of, not just militancy, but you have a lot of insurrection. So it is important that people who have gone to court, people who genuinely did jobs, should be paid for their jobs. So for me, I'm not against it because, of course, who are even the greatest beneficiaries? It's you people now. Okay. Because if you look at your chairman,
Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, that's okay. That's okay.
No, can I ask you that question? What is the benefit that the National Assembly is benefiting from?
It's okay, it's okay.
Are you asking me the benefit of National Assembly?
Yes, you just said.
I just told you that we have record to show that most of the contracts in NDDC are given out to members of National Assembly, but you don't know about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
The two chairmen can explain to you. That is why I was a member. I was a member of the NDDC committee.
It's okay.
Wait, you were a member of the NDDC and lot of you were a member of the NDDC in the 8th Assembly, and are you telling me that lots of jobs were awarded to you as a member?
No, this is a problem. That's why I said you
then
must.
You have the right to accuse people. Then why can't you bring up
Can you please
people
listen
that?
to me? One of the chairmen
If
also.
you were not awarded a contract, then why are you coming here that you are aware that you were a member of the NDDC and lots of contracts were awarded to you? You said I'm not aware. I'm telling you that. Bring up those names.
May I inform my honorable sister that is why we have to change.
Honorable Minister, please. It's okay. That is okay. That is okay.
But let me explain.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me explain.
It's okay.
Now.
It's okay.
You must not allow the two chairmen to accept the budget every
It's
year.
okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
Off
your mic, Honorable Minister.
You are like me. I was a member like you. I did not know what was going on.
Honorable Minister.
Yes,
it's
Mr.
okay.
Chairman, yes, Chairman.
You guys sit down. It's okay. Coco.
Off your mic, off your mic. The way off your mic became a catchphrase, it was everywhere. And I think many people forget the context in which he said it. Akpabio was making a very strong statement. You heard him. He said lawmakers were the biggest beneficiaries of NDDC contracts. Now, of course, in the following days, it turned into a back and forth. The lawmakers told Akpabio to withdraw the statement or come and defend it. Akpabio himself now said one or two things that may or may not contradict it. But last, we have a minister saying in a public hearing that lawmakers are benefiting from contracts. So what happened after all that drama? Well, Monday remained as NDDC MD until just 2 weeks ago when President Buhari dissolved the interim management committee. Yeah, that's right. After fainting in the Green Chamber, he remained in his job for 5 months. Godswill Akpabio, of course, is still Minister of Niger Delta Affairs. We're still waiting for the House of Reps to announce official findings of their probe. But Lagos, let's talk about the NDDC drama in July. What stood out the most for you? What do you think about Bunde remaining in office until December? What about the fact that the reps have not told us their findings yet? What do you think about the statement Akpabio made about lawmakers? What about the Akpabio and Joy Nunie face-off? Now, a lot of people want to call into the show, so I'm going to give everybody 1 minute, 30 seconds so that we can take as many calls as possible as you wrap up the final day before Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. Let's talk to as many people as possible. 0700-993-993, 993, 0700-993. 993-993. Yes, you can send your thoughts to me via WhatsApp. WhatsApp doesn't have time. So send your thoughts to me via WhatsApp 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. But do call 0700-993-993. You get 1 minute, 30 seconds. Benjamin is my first call. He's in the world today. Hello, Benjamin.
Yeah, good evening, President Sandra.
Good evening. What stood out the most to you from this drama?
Well, you see, that's what we are in it. So we don't need to complain because all of them are the same. As they off the mic, they have off everything. Are we hearing about this thing today again? We are not hearing it. They have swept under the carpet. You know what pains me most is that we have some certain things, they're supposed to get some certain things right in order to correct it. They fail not to do that and sweep everything to the carpet. And we continue on that same mood. It's a shameful thing to win Nigerians, and it's a shameful thing to the legislators, and it's a shameful thing to the people that are on that post, managerial ministerial post. So, President Sandra, we don't need to complain. We're on it. let us hope for God to change the things.
God will not change it, though. It's up to you and me, Benjamin. It's not up to God. God has done his bit. 99.3.
Sandra, Sandra, off your mic.
If I off my mic, how will you hear me now?
Nigeria. It's a society where the norm has become abnorm and the abnorm has become the norm. A society where corruption is being celebrated. A society where nobody in 6 or 7 years now, all the ministers have been doing well. All the special advisors have been doing well. The House of Rep members, the senators, none has been indicted. You can imagine that lady that was shouting on Akpabio. Akpabio was telling her, you don't know what is happening. She was shouting and she was making Akpabio to speak the more. And you could also see that, what's her name? The joy of a lady, the MD. You could also see from whether what they are saying is true or not, what she is saying may be true or not, but the fact that these are strong allegations against Akpabio in terms of embezzlement, and you could see how, the normal, what happens with our people when they are called, they faint happen. You see, and this is a government that came on the mantra of integrity.
Thanks for calling us, 99.3.
Hello.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, Sandra, this is Dambaba.
Welcome, Dambaba. You've got 1 minute, 30 seconds.
How can I download this thing that you just played?
How can you?
So when I'm bored, I'm sad, I'll play it.
You can listen to this episode again on our podcast.
On where?
On our podcast. HardFacts is available as a podcast. So search for HardFacts with Sandra Ezekwesili and listen to this episode as many times as you want to.
I will definitely do it. Because I've been in traffic. The only thing that is making me happy now is this thing that you just played. And I think the next time they want to write a budget, they should invest more on entertainment, especially comedy. Because my sister, to be honest with you, even a child will not, that listening to this thing will just be smiling. And it's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of terrible situation in this country. From Akpabio to the woman, the big madam, to the House of Rep members, who their job now is to off their mic. I wish the Buhari self enter the way they invite her. They tell Baba to off my Baba for no off mic. Because that one no go listen to them. Sandra, to be honest with you, I especially want to celebrate you for giving us a special gift, towards the end of the year. This is that you just play. Even devil self go listen, they laugh.
Thanks for calling us. All right, everybody gets 1 minute, 30 seconds, 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. If you can, please call us back. Hello. Hello. Oh, sorry about that. Call back if you can. Hello. Oh, no. I think everybody in Lagos is trying to call me at the same time, and so it's crashing my phone lines. Well, I mean, that's what you get when you have almost 1 million listeners. Everyone's trying to call at the same time, and it can be great for the phone lines. Hello,
Sandra.
How are you, sir? What's your name?
Hi, good evening, Sandra. My name is Ahmed. I'm calling from Agege.
Ahmed, you've got 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay, about all this issue, the most painful part for me is just the part where the man actually spent up to 5 months before eventually being removed. That is actually so
And he
pathetic.
wasn't even fired, though. They just dissolved his committee.
So automatically, he's still in service.
Yes, he's still in service.
That is so bad. And unfortunately, we've not even had anything as per the outcome of the findings and all that. This is so sad.
It is.
It's so sad.
It is.
And you guys, just for me to comment that you guys are really doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I've always been trying to reach you guys. I listen to your program every blessed day.
Aww.
You guys always get me going.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you for calling us today. Let me quickly go to WhatsApp before we take a break. We have a break coming up. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959 75805. Sandra, do you know that this country is a joke? Isaac from Yanikeja says, in spite of all these atrocities, everything just died down like that, as if nothing happened. There's no hope for this country. Isaac from Yanikeja says. Isaac, thanks for your message. We've got Kende Nijegun who says, Sandra, do you think we really have a government? What do these politicians take us for? They've designed us the way they want us to be. This country now, wow. Well, Merry Christmas to all members of the Ijegun Pressure Group and Ijegun United Group. All right, Lagos, let's take a break. We'll come back and then I'll tell you about Magu because the NDDC story continues.
It's okay. That is okay. It's okay. No, it's okay.
Let me explain.
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mic.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info, your mic is always on. Let's
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yeah, we're asking about the biggest story of July. When you think it was? What the biggest story of July 20? I should tell you, by the way, even away goodie see Semovita. That's me up in 10 minutes of the show. The wind on this show cuts very soon. Back to story from July 20. The biggest story of July was NDC. That NDC story of corruption flying around that you may be asked EFCC. Where's Sandra? What's he in all of this? No? his boss, its own corrupt life. Do you remember? I'm talking of course Magu and the Salami panel. That was from last decade for about a week. Chained and General Ibrahim Malagan might be removed. Magu of vetting on the EFCC and for violating when selling seed taxes. In fact, accused of not properly accounting for 100 seed siblings. So Magu, you know what a vessel is. But Magu did not go down without a fight. He accused the panel of failing to show him its evidence against him. He also accused them of trial by media. And a lot of you found that ironic because it's usually the EFCC and the EFCC's boss that are getting accused of trial by media. Eventually, Magu was set free, but the probe continued. He's no longer the acting EFCC boss. The Salami panel has submitted its report, but now the president has set up another panel to look at the report. And then what's new with Magu? Last month, we got reports that the CCB summoned him, the Code of Conduct Bureau. Apparently, they had some questions about his asset declarations. What did you think about that case? What did you think about that saga back in July, Lagos? And what do you think about it now? Do you believe Magu has a case to answer, or do you think it was a political tussle? Or was it both? Remember that Magu was only acting EFCC chairman because he was never confirmed, because the previous Senate under Bukola Saraki refused to confirm him. They were acting on a report from the SSS that accused Magu of corruption and being compromised, and they refused to confirm him. Do you think that the 8th Senate under Saraki has been vindicated? 0700-993 993 993 0700 993 993 993. Yes, you can still talk about Bonde and Akpabio and Joy Nunez and off your mic. Huh? What do you think stood out the most for you with that story? What do you think about Bonde remaining in office until December? What about the fact that the reps have not told us their findings yet? And the statement that Akpabio made about lawmakers, what do you think about that? And what do you think about the face-off between Akpabio and Joy Nunez, who was talking about Port Harcourt girls? As a Port Harcourt girl, I can tell you, yes, that money doesn't fizzle, you know. Let me talk to Oluwafemi now, Papa. Oluwafemi, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You have 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to last 1 minute. I just want Nigerians to know that power belongs to the people. In all this madness, in the National Assembly, in the executive arm of government, in the judiciary, power belongs to the people. So until we exercise that power, until we exercise our will, we are nothing. We'll keep analyzing, we'll keep debating on the legality of the whole thing, But let us exercise our power by way of, contributing positively to the polity. I guess this is my Christmas wish, Sandra.
Thank you, Oluwafemi. Good evening to you, and thanks for calling us. 99.3. Sorry about that. Call us back if you can. Hello, good evening.
Sandra.
Good evening. What's your name, sir?
The president. The calling is money.
Welcome.
Everything enter. It will cost. But say no here. Prince Wise, I don't hear you. Are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you now, Prince Wise. Welcome.
Okay. Number one. This is a problem matter. NDDC probe. It looks like a drama. But it's a very sad note. We were talking of billions of dollars. Now, we can't hide anything about what is going on there now. The one of Mango, we don't say anything anymore. And if this billion thing to nowhere, where are we heading to? Look at this Niger Delta of it. Billion pumping to that region. And no tangible development. Asking for restructuring, let us control our resources. Is it not the same people that will control the resources are not controlling it now? They know very clear, Sandra. The moment all Nigerians know our problem, it will have solved.
and our problem today is corruption. All the problem we are facing this country today be got by corruption. Boko Haram, lack of good road, education ensemble, not paying the issue or this. It is corruption. Because few people are the one carry our commonwealth. If we all of us can mostly that join hands together to fight this monster corruption.
All right. Thanks for calling and thanks for keeping to time. We'll take another call now. Hello? Hello?
Okay, no.
Hello?
We don't have.
All right. We do have 99.3. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Sandra.
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Godwin. I'm calling from Alabama.
Welcome, Godwin.
Thank you very much. See, the fact is that Nigeria is a comedy brand. Number one, NDDC director, if you only tempted, it is always in this country that is choosing dead bodies holding to power. Now, you see, if there's nothing we can do about it. It's just a pages of paper. As we are talking like this, we're able to just end on radio and this thing. They cannot change. The only thing that we have to do now, maybe we look at ourselves into our eyes and tell ourselves the truth that, okay, is this how we want to continue? If you say, no, we don't want to continue like this, because this one has become a new normal. This particular lifestyle like this, today it will be NDDC, tomorrow it will be Mago, another day will be MA2, another people just continue to be like that. How long can we continue like this? They don't even think about us. They are not thinking about us. They are just playing for us so that we'll be watching. Have a good day, man.
You too, sir. Thank you so much for calling us. We'll take another call. Hello. Thanks for calling. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. You've got 1 minute 30 seconds. What's your name?
My name is Samuel from Lagos, Nigeria.
Samuel,
Wow.
Welcome to the show. Happy Christmas.
Same to you, Sister Sandra.
Yes. Wow.
This is my first time calling.
Oh, great. Welcome. Congratulations. You got through.
I'm calling from Ikoton.
Okay. All right. How's Christmas celebrations going in Ikoton?
Yeah, I just tried to call. I don't know that I enter.
Wow. So you people have now seen the reason why your call doesn't connect, because people like Samuel just tried to call. They didn't know it to enter. Okay, PAGMI also made the news in July, the Presidential Artisanal Gold Mining Initiative. Remember PAGMI? That scheme has been controversial in some circles. Some people support it. They say it will boost local economies and give the government a new source of foreign exchange. Other people oppose it. They say it's unfair since under PAGMI, the government is giving people the right to own and profit from gold, while the same right is not extended for crude oil. Well, we spoke to the presidency about it here on HardFacts. I was joined by Tolu Ogunlesi. Tolu Ogunlesi is the president's new media aide, and it was quite the conversation.
Let's get to PAGMI itself. What is it? What are the goals of PAGMI?
So, so I've given you that scenario now of licenses. Companies apply for licenses.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody who is doing legal mining has to apply for a license.
Mm-hmm.
And then they work with smallholder farmers.
Mm.
So, PAGMI essentially is a government initiative to support the gold value chain. So there are many issues, there are many challenges. Many of these small artisanal miners tend to use the most basic tools, as I said, with a hammer, and some and water and a few things. You can basically get mine gold, depending on where the gold is found. Now, another thing, when gold is mined in Nigeria, gold tends to have substantial quantities of other valuable elements in it, like silver. Now, small-scale artisanal miners usually don't have access to equipment to mine efficiently. And then even when they mine, people who buy the gold they're buying gold, not accounting for the value of the silver that is there. So PAGMI has come into the whole into the setup to say that, look, we need to help the artisanal miners by equipping them. And then very importantly, we'll link you to markets. We'll be able to buy. PAGMI is essentially saying we will buy off that gold. We can buy that gold from you.
From you.
Yeah, we can buy that gold from you, and we would ensure that that gold, when it's refined, the CBN is able to buy it to put in our gold, in our external reserves. So essentially, PAGMI is connecting them, the artisanal miners, to markets.
In very simple language, right? Who owns the oil in Nigeria and who owns the gold in Nigeria? You've already said the gold belongs to the federal government. Now, who owns the oil in Nigeria? As in, is it in its natural state, in the ground before any license is issued? Who owns the gold? Who owns the oil?
So the government of the Fed, I think, in fact, I was looking at the Mining Act, it says the government of the Federation on behalf of all of the governments, So all of these natural resources are held by governments.
Okay.
On behalf of the people of Nigeria.
Okay. And
whether it's oil,
whether it's gold, it belongs to the government. Yeah. Okay. Now, under the law, the only way to mine these resources is to get a license or permit from the federal government. Now, if I get that license, to extract a mineral resource, who owns the stuff that I extract? Who gets paid for it when it's sold?
Well, so as I explained with gold, now let's not make a mistake. I find that on social media, people are trying to draw a lot of parallels or equivalencies between, say, gold, for example, and oil. So there are fundamental differences that we must account for. So one of the things I said earlier is that you can have artisanal mining of gold, but there's no artisanal mining of oil. It's fundamentally not possible. The circumstances of oil and gas versus gold. Oil and gas is a high investment business. So there's no artisanal mining of gold, of oil and gas. So we must be careful about the equivalencies we draw between these things.
Now, there's an update on this story, of course. Like I said, that was the president's new media aide, Tolu Ogunlesi, and PAGMI is still on. Meanwhile, in the Niger Delta, a group of artisanal crude oil refiners have sent a proposal to the president for what they are calling PACORDI. PACORDI is the Presidential Artisanal Crude Oil Refining Development Initiative. We're going to see how that works out. But what do you think about PAGMI? What do you think about the law nationalizing all mineral resources and putting them under the control of the federal government? Let me remind you, by the way, that the King of Swallow is bringing the final 10 minutes of this show to you. They are offering you loads of mouth-watering excitement that will amaze your taste buds. And they're giving 3 people a chance over the next 12 days to win amazing gift prizes. Now, here's how you're going to win. If you're following us on social media, if you're following us on Twitter or Facebook, we have a post up at the moment on HardFacts. So just go and tweet at us the answer to this question. Right? If you can answer this question, you become a winner of some of the fantastic prizes that Semovita is giving away to you. This is brought to you courtesy of Semovita. And because it's the festive season, they're giving out amazing prizes for 12 days to celebrate the coronation of the King of Swallow. So 6 lucky winners will emerge every single day for the next 12 days. Amazing stuff. Now, all you need to do is tune in to this show between 5 and 6. Actually, tune in all day from 3 to 6, really. But if you want to play the game, it starts at 5:45 and it ends at 5:55. So get on Twitter and get on Facebook and answer the question that I'm about to ask you. There's free airtime to be won. There's shopping vouchers up to 5,000 naira, and there's all kinds of easy stuff. To participate, all you need to do is take a picture of your local cultural soup alongside Golden Penny Semovita. Post the picture on social media. Use the hashtag King of Swallow Challenge when you're posting it, and make sure you tag GP Semovita. GP stands for Golden Penny, so GP Semovita, right? But the question you're going to be answering for us now, that one is for Golden Penny's own. Golden Penny will give you something when you do that their own. But for us on Nigeria Info, here's what you're going to do if you want to win the gifts that we're giving away. So answer the question: in what year did the King of Swallow first enter the Nigerian market? In what year did the King of Swallow first enter the Nigerian market? The fastest correct answers on Twitter and Facebook that use the hashtag King of Swallow Challenge. Also tag GP Golden Penny, tag GP Semovita, sorry, not GP Golden Penny. At GP Semovita. So tag at GP Semovita, tag at Nigeria Info FM, tag at S Ezekwesili, use the hashtag King of Swallow, and then answer the question: in what year did the King of Swallow first enter the Nigerian market? Good luck, all the best. May the best person win. I'll tell you more about Golden Penny Semovita after I take a few calls on the show. We're still talking about the biggest stories of July 2020. I've brought you NDDC's saga. I've brought you EFCC's saga. I've brought you PAGMI now, and I'm curious what you think. 0700-993-993. What do you think about PAGMI? What do you think about the law nationalizing all mineral resources and putting them under the control of the federal government? Hello, thanks for calling.
Hello, Sandra.
What's your name?
My name is Ambrose.
Ambrose, welcome back.
I don't know whether my 1 minute 30 seconds was complete that time that you cut me off.
You even got 13 seconds extra.
Okay. This country no balance. What belongs to the South is our own, and then what belongs to the Northerners is my own. You know, this same explanation that this man is making. This man is from the South. The same Niger Delta people are refining crude oil. They are getting petrol, diesel, and what have you from crude oil instead of Nigerian government to see how they can, improve their technology. They began to arrest them and they began to kill them. And they began to tag them saboteurs. What about those people who are digging that gold? Are they not saboteurs? We don't have one Nigeria. This country not balanced. Good afternoon.
All right, Ambrose. Good afternoon. 99.3.
President Sandra.
Good to have you on the show. What's your name?
Merry Christmas, my sister.
Merry Christmas, my
Sandra,
brother.
today is my birthday. Oh.
Happy birthday to you. What's your name, though?
This is Chris.
Chris! Ah!
My sister.
Happy birthday! Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Wow, I'm so happy speaking with you today, President Sandra.
I'm happy to be speaking to you on your birthday.
The women are taking over come 2023. You remember?
Okay, I'll take your word for
please,
it.
You ladies, you champion it, you and Joyce. Wemimo.
I'm a journalist. I'm not a politician. I'm a journalist. I'm not a politician.
Sandra, we need help now.
I'm helping. I'm providing answers
you can
every
hear
day.
What Ambrose just said. This country is... no, I'm happy. All is happening. They mean well for us. And for Apabio, I feel for the man that time where he was saying, let me explain now. Let me explain now. Did you hear his voice?
I heard his voice.
Oh my God, I feel for that man. And even when the woman asked him why I slapped him, and the speaker himself, oh no, this one will not be. I said, look, I look at the amount. I said, these guys, today where do we find ourselves? I just feel for the supporters of this government.
Thank you for calling us, Chris. Let me remind you again that the final 10 minutes of the show brought to you by Golden Penny Semovita. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for, but don't forget to go on Twitter and answer our question on Facebook as well. In what year did the King of Swallow first enter the Nigerian market? Use the hashtag King of Swallow Challenge, tag at GP Semovita, and also tag S Ezekwesili and at Nigeria Info. That's the way you win. That's the way I see your tweets. And 3 lucky winners will get fantastic gift items courtesy Golden Penny Semovita. They're doing a fantastic 12 days of Christmas, and hopefully you get to be one of the lucky winners. I'm back tomorrow, Christmas Day, to bring you Hard Facts Christmas Day edition. You're going to see a different Sandra, so get ready. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock. In the meantime, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili on social media. Those were your Hard Facts, Lagos. Have a good night.
Keeping up the pace in an ever 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.